Hello everyone. So today I want to talk about how demons and how angels experience time. Now, demons and angels aren't the only kind of beings in the astral realm, and they're not the only kind of beings that have dealings in this realm. They're not the only kind of beings, spiritual beings in general. Spirits, in regards to beings, in regards to entities associated with gods, or serve certain purposes for higher realms of existence, or much lower, depending on your idea of the astral realm and this material realm in relation to it. But how do demons experience time? Demons experience time purely based on desire and a fulfillment of desire. Demons are purely composed of a momentary feeling, urge, impulse, moment after moment, until that impulse is satisfied. And then once that impulse is satisfied, they seek to satisfy it again and again and again. That's how their moments pass. You could say that they experience time purely by the satisfaction of desire, whatever desire it is, even if it's an intellectual desire, because there are intellectual demons that feed off of our intellects, off our pride, off of our ego, off of our lust, off of our greed. Demons can feed off of that energy that we put off when we experience and embrace these forms of desire. Now, it's really hard to decipher whether a demon is just participating in symbiosis with you, or is feeding off of you to where you don't get anything out of it. But one basic rule to go by, a very basic rule, is that if you feel like you aren't even getting a little bit out of the relationship, the demon isn't giving you anything back, isn't giving you anything as far as desire, as far as intellectual knowledge, as far as communication. If you don't feel like you're getting even a little back, then odds are you're not, and you should try to get rid of that demon that's attached itself to you. Now, I'm speaking from a point of view that's kind of neutral between the left and right hand paths. So I don't really judge you if you want to attach yourselves to demons, or you want demons to attach themselves to you, which is far more appropriate. But how do angels experience time? Angels experience time in a completely different fashion. Angels experience time by events. They don't experience time like we do in the material realm, just like demons don't really experience time like we do in the material realm. It's not something that just keeps going when nothing substantial to their existence isn't happening. For angels especially, if events aren't happening, if they're not performing their duty or guiding somebody, or being an extension of a higher being in the astral realm in the proper manner, or even being an extension of the one source beyond it all, if they're not engaged in events, their moments don't pass. Their time doesn't pass. Their understanding of time is purely by accomplishment. And in a way, this is a higher and more developed form of time, because in the material realm, we're constantly relative to things, and we're basically inflicted to the point where we have to experience time all the time, because we don't get to choose what we're relative to. But if you're an angel, for instance, you are much more engaged in choosing what you're relative to. You have much more freedom. And demons have much less a lot of the time, in my own opinion, because they're confined to certain parts of the astral realm. The angels, they're kind of flight oriented, not just like physically, but they can soar, they can move about very easily in the astral realm. But demons, they're oftentimes confined to certain parts of the astral realm, certain frequencies in it, certain magnitudes of the astral realm, because the astral realm is very vast, and certain places in the astral realm most certainly. And basically they gravitate to where their nature is basically at home, whatever part of the astral realm that is. And now heaven and hell are both in the astral realm, but they're very much divided, and they very much have different rules. And our material realm is still in between, but in the sense that a demon has to kind of go through the material realm before it can get to the more vibrant part of the astral realm, and kind of an angel takes the same path through the material realm and into the lower frequencies, kind of still in the astral realm. Now, this is very hard to understand, but this is just what I believe based on the knowledge that I've gathered from different grimoires and spiritual texts. But what we need to keep in mind is that the way we experience time is a combination of these two. We have impulses, we have desires, and if we embrace that wholly, then we're constantly thinking about when we're going to satisfy our next desire, when we're going to be able to satisfy it, and then when we're going to be able to satisfy it after that. If we're more angelic, higher frequency oriented, and not lower frequency oriented, then we are kind of attuned to a sequence of events. We are more attuned to accomplishment than satisfaction. More attuned to what we're going to do, where we need to go, than what we need to feel, what we desire to feel right now. These are how the two different time aspects kind of engage. They engage completely differently and kind of on either side of the material realm. Now, I hope this has been interesting. This has just been, a brief synopsis of how demons and angels experience time, and I'm open to comments. I'm open to your own opinion. And I don't think that I know everything, so that's why I'm always willing to learn. And I constantly read, constantly study, and constantly try to get in touch with certain beings. But thank you very much for watching, and I hope you all have a great day.